everybody, and welcome back once again here for race number 4 of the YTRSS Regal Cup Series here at Sonoma. As we are getting ready to see who is going to be the 5 drivers that's going to be racing in Saturday's event, the 1-800-Flowers 350 here at Sonoma. As we already have one driver out on the track already, as it is David Dawn in the number 6 car. David Dawn, so he had to make his first start of the season, but showing a lot of promise in the knockout qualifying, but just hasn't got up there to make that first start of the season. And as you might notice, this is actually Sonoma 1995, which means we're going to be running the carousel. So it's going to add a little bit more complexity to this track. As there goes David Dawn into the carousel. So, yep, it's going to be our first road course of the season. Season 1, the first road course was at race 11. This season, it's going to be the 4th race of the season. We got a lot of road courses this season, as we're going to have 3 before the All-Star race later this season. With this race, then we got the Charlotte Roval, and then the race just before the All-Star race, which is Old Spice, is going to be, of course, the last one. It's going to be the race just before the All-Star race, which this year it has changed. It's going to be a pretty exciting race, as we're going to be holding that at North Wilkesboro this season. There's another driver, Dylan Young, in the 2 car. Only start this season was at Daytona, and then wrecked out of that race. Hasn't been that good ever since, but it could change here today. And we have behind him Jacob Buchholz, still looking for his first start of the season. Still waiting for our first time lap. And that was it right there. David Dawn in the 6. And behind him we have Jacob Hammond in the 9. We have Thanos Serrano. But yep, at the moment it's Dylan Young in the 2 car who has the fastest lap so far in this session with a 1 minute 38.760. With this track being significantly longer and slower, they're not going to be having as much time to get some practice laps in, so they need to be having those time laps right now, as Jacob Buchholz just put in a 1 minute 42.602, and Jacob Hammond managed to get another fast lap, but those fast laps are going to start kicking in quickly. Nathaniel Serrano just started in 3rd, but still, it is still the 2 of Dylan Young. If we can find him, who leads him around with a 1 minute 38.760. Look at the other drivers currently in the top 5 right now. One of them is one driver that's been extremely quiet so far this season. Dylan Jones. We have Danielle Jones, who's made 1 start this season at Rockingham, and then we have Dylan Jones, the 20 car. He's been ridiculously quiet this season. He hasn't really been making much impressions in the knockout qualifyings, and just in general has just had a pretty lackluster season so far in the first 3 races. But things could easily turn around if he can keep in the top 5, as we have another driver that just punctured his way up to the top 5 right there. Kendrick Lawson, the 11 car, looking to make his 2nd start of the season. Made a start at Rockingham. Oh, he just had an engine failure. Oh, no. Oh, no. That could be terrible. Oh, no. And he just stopped. Yikes. That could have cost him. Yikes. But at the moment, right now, it is the... Now, it was the 2, but now it's the 52 of Nathaniel Serrano leading him around with a 1 minute 37.128. That's my earbuds. You hear that a lot because I don't really have only have one earbud in. So you hear all that. I try not to do that, but it happens a lot. As he was the top, now it's Lorado Steelman, who's been out of the top 35 a lot. Or I don't know, he's been outside top 35. But he is clawed. He's currently running right now in the first spot with a 1 minute 37.128. Behind him, we got Calvin Michaels with a 137.245. Yeesh. But Calvin Michaels had kind of had a bad luck streak so far this season. Has a good start, runs really well in the early sessions of the knockout qualifying, and falls back in the later sessions. We saw that in Texas. But as we have another driver, a pretty familiar driver, we've seen him have some misfortune so far this season. Owen Miles running with a 137.190. Currently sits now in the 5th position, as many drivers have moved around. I think he failed to make the show at Texas, so he might be able to redeem himself here today. The driver manages to work his way up, looking for his first start of the season. We can find him. There he is, Nicholas DeLine in the 71 car. Currently runs in second with a 1 minute 30.6. Currently sits in second. Ahead of him is another driver who was having some good runs. Jaden Halferty in the 05 car was running in the top 5. Currently runs in 6th. See if we find some other drivers there. David Dawn now in the top position with a 136.574. We got another driver currently running, looking for his first start of the season, is Steven Merzlak. 4, there he is, with a 136.877, currently sits 4th, not 3rd, 4th. It has been a tough day. I'm doing a lot of these recordings in one day, but currently sits with a 1 minute 36.877. So, pretty good run so far for the 4 car. Still has yet to make a start this season, but so far we've basically seen pretty much every single type of track so far in the first 4 races. We had the super speedway with Daytona, short track with Rockingham, a regular speedway with Texas, and now we're running the road course. So this is a good place to find out where you're best at. And for many, it could be the road courses, which there are going to be significantly more of than in NASCAR. So there's going to be more chances for many of these ringers, these road course ringers, to have some better runs. As now Jaden Halferty, we talked about before, now currently sits in the 3rd position with a 136.870. And it looks like we had another driver just have a pretty exciting boost up to the top with Calvin Michaels. And now we have another driver that's relatively new, looking to make his first start of the season, Gustavo Roldan Jr. The 5 car. So far, it's been kind of a misfortunate streak so far for the 5 team, but hoping to turn things around here today if he can stay inside that top 5. Then we have Calvin Michaels now running in the 3rd position with a 136.780. We're still looking now about a minute and a half left in the session, as we just had another driver work his way up. Now that was Connor Grindstaff with a 136.856. Only made 1 start so far this season, and that was at Daytona, as he just got knocked out. Only almost a minute left in the session. David Dawn still leads it. Then we have DeLine in 2nd, Halferty 3rd, Owen Miles in 4th, and Calvin Michaels in the 5th position. So as long as there's no one else that manages to pull off a good run, this might be the 5 drivers that's going to be making it in. Unless someone has anything else to say, there might not be enough time. Oh, yeah, a driver that just got knocked out. And that was Lorado Steelman, who just put in. Who's now running in 4th, knocked Calvin Michaels out of the last spot. As he had a 136.744. Oh, another driver just knocked out Owen Miles. That was Shazane Rana, in 07. As 10 seconds are left. Wow, 2 drivers just got knocked out in the final couple seconds. But as they come back, it is official. and David Dawn. And the number 6 is going to be leading them as he finishes the top position in the final session. As we take a look at the 5 drivers that's going to be racing in the 1-800 Flowers 350. David Dawn. We have Nicholas DeLine, Chazane Rana, Jane Halferty. Whoa! One driver just... Oh, my goodness. That was Dylan Young in the 2. Just knocked Lorado Steelman out of the last spot with a last-second lap. So, yeah. And actually, no. And then also Nicholas DeLine just had the fastest lap with a 1:36.375. So he's going to be the top driver with David Dawn, Chazane Rana, Dylan Young, and Jane Halferty being the 5 drivers that's going to race them back here and be in the final event here on Saturday. So, yep, Nicholas DeLine managed to beat out David Dawn for the fastest lap. But in the end, it doesn't matter. No points matters. All that matters is that those 5 drivers are going to be in the final event on Saturday. So, see you then.